Coach, can you update us on BI and Herb if there goes?
They're probable. They'll go out and warm up, but I'm optimistic they'll give it a go.
When you look at the numbers, they make the game better for the Pelicans in every category. Take us a little bit deeper into their impact.
Well, like you said, both Herb and BI, they impact our team greatly. And Herb on the defensive end, his ability to guard multiple positions. He can spread the floor. His three-point shooting is getting better. Just knowledgeable on the floor. Same thing with Brandon. He plays both sides of the ball. An extremely good passer. So he's always willing to give the ball up. And then we all know his scoring capability. So we've missed him.
And these two offenses, 1 and 2 in points, but the Warriors' defense dead last. How can you best take advantage of that?
We have to stick to what we do. Play with force, play with pace, attack the paint, offensive rebound, take good shots.
When you have a game the way it ended the other night, is there any concern of a carryover? And are you glad that you're getting back into it so soon where you kind of can't think about it?
That game stings. Our guys know it. I know it. But there's a ton of positives to take out of a game like that early in the season, and there's a ton that we can learn from. So those are the things that we talked about in the locker room. We'll continue to grow from here, and we need games like that where it's a late game situation. We have to execute, and unfortunately, we just didn't do enough to win the game.
We found out earlier today who's not going to be playing for Golden State. How does that change your preparation, or does it at all? Is it all about you guys? Because they're going to be playing a lot of guys that, quite frankly, don't play the minutes that the starters do.
Yeah, we spoke about it collectively as a group, and our mindset is that we have to set a standard for how we want to play, no matter who suits up for their team, but also no matter who suits up for us. We have to set a standard, and we're working towards that.
Hey, Willie, what are just your general thoughts about load management?
To each his own. That's it.
How much has the starting five we saw in Brooklyn actually played together since the start of training camp?
Your guess is as good as mine. I know they played the first 2 games and then a little bit in Utah. That's it.
Yeah, it's just getting reps something that's important at this part of the season for them to just get familiar with each other.
It is, but you only can do what you can do when guys are out with injuries or what have you. Other guys step up and you just make it work. And fortunately for us, we have some depth, so we can sustain some injuries. But we want to get our guys back and get them healthy and get them playing.
Larry's averaging around 7 minutes in the fourth quarter so far. Just what makes it hard to take him off the floor, in late in games?
Well, a lot of it is matchup based. The teams that we've played, they go small at the end of games. Larry has the ability to switch multiple screens. We put the ball in his hands, and he can he makes decisions as a point guard from a big position. It's a luxury to have.
And what's the process been like for you, just figuring out the ways you want to use Zion within your offense, whether, you want to give him the ball, you want to post him up, just figuring out just because you didn't have that time with him last year?
It's evolving. The beauty in Zion is that he also just figures it out on the floor at some point, and we figure out a way to get him the ball in the spots that he likes the ball in. And so when you have a player and a person as unique as he is, when he touches the floor, good things happen for your team, and the rest of it is kind of just, get out of his way.
And the times you guys have gone to the kind of the point Zion look, what have you liked about those moments where you kind of run the offense through him at the top of the key?
It's hard to double him from the top, and that's what teams are trying to do. They're trying to go under screens and meet him at the rim, but when you have to guard him at the top and you got shooters spaced out with multiple actions going on either side, now he can either make the pass, which he does at times, or he's just tough. He's tough to stop when he takes you to the paint.
Coach has mentioned the Warriors have a few players out tonight. This will be your first start of 3 sets of back-to-backs in the next 12 days. Is there any plan on how the team's going to approach that, or do you not look that far in the future?
I'm sure we'll have some talks about it. We do have a tough stretch coming up of games, but, we'll continue to sort of, cliche, take it game by game and monitor how our guys feel after each game and go from there.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, thank you, guys.